Good afternoon, everybody. After having some glitches, after I changed the file, extension. Anyway, the path name file was not valid and I couldn't find what is wrong. Okay, get out. We are in the fresh air and this grass supposed to be building, but it's not, and I don't have any scenery for this airport. I'm probably never gonna be here again, but anyway, we have a default runway and aprons, so that's good. We have a place to park, so everything is gonna be there as normal. So let's go to ground services and magically hook up a GPU, which will be, you can hear it working. Batteries on, emergency lights on, and GPU on the bus. So this is ground. There's gonna be some back panel lighting. Just gonna leave everything here as it is. Set IRS as to nav. Goes to 2. Extinguish the master caution. And put some more lights here. I know it's a day, but I like to have better visibility. This is for first officer backlighting here on the pad and on the display. We're gonna go to central pedestal and put those lights on. Okay. So we're gonna put FMC correct data between May 23rd and June 19th. Today is 28th. And good. So this is last position. Previous page, GPS left, copy and paste here. This is new position and Yankee Papa Lima Mike is our reference airport. Learmonth, or I may be mispronouncing, or Learmonth, anyway, is Western Australia. So from this place we're gonna go to route, and the route is gonna take us to, okay, we're gonna take off 36, which is close to where we're standing. Destination is Perth, Yankee Papa Hotel. Now I know why we had to take so much fuel last time, because actually Perth was our well, why I have a mind blank? Come on. Okay, here. An alternative airport. Okay. And now we have a little bit different airport. But anyway. We're not putting alternative airport here yet. Just in case something happened and we cannot land there. My jet 0206. Okie doke, perfect. So next page is I'm gonna fly runway heading. Where my notes are here. Okay. Point called Papa Lima, Mike November, and this India. Next point is Papa Lima, Mike November, Golf. Next point is Foxtrot November 347. Oops. 347. Good. So before, I don't know if you recognize the airway or not, but we're gonna go direct. Whiskey, Alpha, Romeo, Alpha. And the next point on this route is Echo, Uniform, Romeo Alpha, Delta. Then next page, because we don't have room. VOR Golf Echo Lima. It is 13.9, so this is the one. And the next is, I'm just gonna go experiment. Whiskey 14. We're gonna here. I'm gonna put the end of the route, which is Otcon. Is it? I'm just gonna first. I'm gonna slide down and look at my route again. Yeah. That's the termination of the route. So Oscar, Tango, Kilo, our uniform, November. And it should put 2 other points in between for us. And from there we are, is it safely to say that we are arriving to ILS, and I took a Yankee, and yeah, 03, and there are no points. So let's see, activate, execute. Okay, we're gonna come back to the route, and we should have the Timmy and Pamed points as arrival, and initial fix will be Timmy, I think, 10 miles away from the runway. Good perf init is 0 fuel weight, is 58.3. Reserves, we're just gonna go 2.9 like we always do. Cuts index 77, and we have fuel probably 90, no 1.2, 9.2, not 1.2. Good, left parts is done. Right part is, we're flying 350. 350. Winds are 224 at 79. ISA deviation is +10. And transition altitude 10,000. Okay, we accept that on this page. And N1 limit outside is 15 degrees, And if we go 45 assumed temperature is gonna give me I think this is long runway long enough, so let's say 4-4 to be safer. 4-5 4-3. Yeah, this will be. I just want to have 95% trust. Good, good, good. Next one is takeoff. Gonna use flaps 5. Center of gravity is 23.3. Trim is gonna be 504. We have V1 at 140, VR at 42, V2 at 148. Good, 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 good. So this is done. We're gonna leave it here. I'm gonna do the slags here and blah, 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 blah. This and this. Okay, click. Move to plan. Yes, right here. And this is our route. So we're flying runway heading right here. Papa Lima Mike November India, Papa Lima Mike November Golf. It's gonna just do a circle here. It's not gonna do any jump. Anyway, so next point is here. Good. And then we're flying directly to Wara, Whiskey Alpha, Romeo Alpha. Good, and straight down, and that's the next point, and then Gulf Echo Lima, and okay, and then we have, I just want to see, Ongar Bouvel. Okay, good. We go here, and then we have discontinuity. So I just want to see, okay, Timmy, and we go previous page, and we're going to put Timmy here, and execute that. So, Gulf Echo Lima, Ongar, Bouvel, Otkon, Timmy, good. We turn, and we turn again to Pamet, and then runway 03. I'm gonna put here, and we're gonna put 7 miles. So 10 miles is the point, 7 miles is just gonna be on the turn or just before. Okay, 17 just to see, and 350 times 3. No, 35 times 3. That's 105. That's our descent point just in case. Okay, so we go back to legs. We step and we move here. Step, and the miss approach is fly 016 to 1500, and then 00 to 3000. Okay. Good. We're gonna do zoom out and increase the range to 40, and we're gonna go, and we are at this point, so we click. Why I'm doing this, because I want to first see this. Second, On the short range, we're just jumping from point to point, and a point has, you know, very little range. So maybe there is something there which I'm not seeing, and I want to see. So in this moment, I think that we have everything done. Good, so we can go up here, move back to map. Terrain radar we don't need. Okay, we need to set the altimeter is 3003. There's no 80s in this airport. You see, there's no building to transmit. I'm just joking. No. Okay. According to something, we should be here. So, my information is wrong. You should have 2992. Or I don't know, because I'm just gonna go and check again at our. This is 30 minutes ago, 3003. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, because sometimes when you start moving a plane, is responding to things a little bit differently. So we're gonna zoom in here. 3003, and the temperature is 15. That's okay. I'm gonna put brakes to RTO. We're gonna put 148, 150. And the runway heading we have. Where is our cursor? Okay, this way. Just wanna roughly. Where are we? We're taking off from 36, so we're just gonna leave it 0, okay? And see if this is the right heading or not when we go to the runway. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to my destination. Okay, to Learmonth. So a little bit cool. So this is all set up. We have flight directors on the both sides, and so far that's all. Okay, here. Up and above on the overhead panel, we go from the left to right down your number. All fuel pumps. APU, we're gonna start it. Seat belts, we're gonna pack them down and down. Lights and lights. Hydraulics on and on. Window heat on. I'm jumping right now, but that's because there's nothing else to do here. And then this, and then this here, 350 and 5. Whip. Okay, 350. Good. So when I'm gonna put this on, we have APU available, so we're gonna put APU on a bus, and also move this to APU, and we have a number. So we can disconnect GPU. We're not gonna use better pushback because this is self-positioning stand, as you see here. I went last time from the other side, but that's how you come in. This way, this way, this way, this way. You turn, you move straight, and that line is the stop line. So now we're gonna move a little bit forward to get the momentum, and then start turning right, and then we go out from this place. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna test flight controls, and for that I'm gonna go closer. Spoilers up, all of them up, full right. And I also look at the deflection on the ailerons, okay? So when this one goes up, this one's supposed to go down. And full left, so this is full left, this one up, this one is down. Full down, full up, and the rotor, left rotor, and the right rotor. And we're going to look at the wheel, and the wheel is turning also. Okay, so we all set here. Let's go inside, extinguish that, and imagine that we'll talk to a tower. Everything is all set, and they say that we're clear to start the engines. So what we're going to do is put anti-collision beacon on. I'm just gonna go around. Yeah, there is no GPU anymore. So we're gonna put number 2 first on the ground, and I'm looking for 25% here. 24, and fuel. Trim is okay. Set. So EGT rise, EGT peaks 500, good. Star bar close, and a marker disappears. Marker gone. So what we do is, that engine is going on a bus. We have more electricity, so we can turn a pitot heat on. And you see that this is good. And now we're going to turn, this engine goes to continuous. We're going to turn the right engine. Okay, first and 2 is rotating inside that, and 1 is outside. Well, we're gonna go fast here because we're already there. Introduce fuel flow. EGT peaks 500. Star bar closed, and then this marker will disappear. Good. So, and that N1 is slower to pick up the speed, but eventually there's what I don't know how many percent of thrust is from that engine, from that fan. Is a lot. It's generating the bypass and yeah, that way is quieter and more fuel efficient. So number 1 goes on a bus, and APU is no needed, so we're just gonna turn it off. We're gonna turn the packs on, right, left and right, and auto on isolation valve on auto. Then you have split here in a duct pressure, because right now it's probably cut off or it's halfway open or something. Okay, and temperature is gonna go to around 20. This goes very quickly. I don't know if the real life is also quick as that. And let's have a look at the overhead panel. Looks good, except the left engine goes on continuous. This is okay. This is all set. This is all set. So APU is off. We don't need the bleed. And Gen 1, Gen 2. Or Gen 1, yeah, or whichever you want, but that's natural way of rotating and everything. So we have cabin pressure at 0 and level at 0, which means that we are at sea level. And we're gonna turn taxi lights on and go here. Release the brake. And we're gonna add power on the left engine only, because that will help me to turn. Stop here before the runway. So this is the place that we're gonna test the brakes. Brakes are working. We have a horn that is saying that we're not set up. Flaps 5, and they're gonna indicator's gonna go to here, and also you can see flaps extending slowly but good. So we go outside. I'm just gonna bring the map because I don't know if I can go here and then go around and yeah. So we're just gonna cross the runway right here, and we're gonna go to this taxiway Alpha and Bravo, or maybe Bravo Papa, or what's this one? This one's hotel. Yeah, we're just gonna go from taxiway whiskey to, I believe, Echo, and then Alpha, and then the hotel. Okay. So we're just gonna outside. Nobody is on approach there, and nobody's landing on this side either, and no planes are on the runway. Pretty much deserted. This whole airport is to ourselves, so we're just gonna get permission from the imaginary tower that we can cross the runway. Let's say we call it 36 because that's the part of the 36 that we're gonna take. Once again, clear on this side, clear on this side.
Approaching 36.
Echo and Alpha is in front of us. We're not turning right, we're going left, so we're just gonna continue straight. On the map, this part right here was called military, so that's why I did not even turn here. But there is another pad, another apron for parking. What it's gonna say? ARAAF, so that's probably Australian Air Force. Apron, no. Just gonna turn around over there because it has a better. Okay, we're gonna go engine idle because we're reaching 23 knots, which we don't want to go that fast. Okay, slow down, and okay, follow that line. Okay, and this is the short hold 36, so we short hold 36. We put parking brake on. I'm just gonna zoom out. There's nothing here, nothing here. Perth is Yankee Papa Hotel. Enter, and we don't need this till next time. Okie doke. Where's the bug here? Well, the runway heading looks like is good. So we're just gonna leave it here, like that, okay? So what I'm gonna do is turn the transponder to TARA, okay? And move our 4737. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is square code. We're just gonna go with localizer 110.1, and I'm just gonna confirm this on my Avitam here. Airport. Yankee Papa Papa Hotel. Yankee Papa Papa Hotel. Perth. Next. Runway 03 110.0. Okay, 1.10. Okay. So 110.1. That's what it is. That's our ILS. Okay, and for everybody who wants to know where we are in Australia, that is like a peninsula sticking into the water on the western side. And we're gonna go here to Perth, and then we're probably gonna go to Adelaide, but I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find some airports in the middle. So yeah, this one is good. 10. Okay, so we go home. We welcome everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of all the crew, welcome on board this flight. We expect to be departing on schedule today, and weather en route is looking pretty smooth. Shortly, the cabin crew will be showing you a safety demonstration. This is for your safety and for those around you, so please give them your full attention. Once again, you're all very welcome on board.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Okie doke. So we all set up. Parking brake released. We're just gonna go out and look for anything in the air, no, and anything there, no. Okay, done. So didn't go on to go to 0. We're still at 120 feet, but my app said that the pressure is 3003.
Approaching
okay?
36.
So that's what I set it up.
On runway 36.
Good. So we're just gonna go 40%. Okay, we have 40%, brake released, and Toga. knots, we release the pressure.
V1, rotate.
V1 rotate.
Positive rate.
Positive rate, gear up. Okay, we're gonna bug up speed to 210.
400.
Okay, L now.
1000.
Why are we losing? Why are we losing speed? Okay. Command A. Flaps 2 and flaps up. And this can go up and look at this star. Beautiful. Great. Back up to 250. Well, we shouldn't before the turn because we can overturn.
1000 to go.
10,000. We're climbing fast, so we're going to go 15. Alright, we're going to put it already 35. So we are 35, turning nicely. This is the place that we took off from. We're passing, okay, so we can do this, turn all the lights off, we turn the engines and we release everybody, and the transition altitude is set, and here
Ladies and gentlemen, please continue to observe the fasten seatbelt sign until the captain has switched it off. We do recommend for your comfort and safety that you keep your seatbelt securely fastened throughout your flight. There is a call bell reading light and fresh air vent in the panel just above your head, and we'd like to remind you that this is a strictly non-smoking flight, and all toilets are fitted with smoke detectors. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight with us.
it's going to pick up some speed now, so we shallow our ascent rate, and when we reach cruising speed, we're gonna go up and hold to this speed. So you see that thrust remains pretty much steady until I think we go, and then we're gonna go cruising, and then it will go to 99 cruising. But it's still climbing, so climb is 15,000, 14,000. That's our first point, and then the second point, and then we're gonna go on the second FMC to progress. A slight correction, and ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to put the clock in. Okay, so like 5 minutes. Is there anything else I forgot? No, we're climbing nicely. Climb, 0. Seatbelts off. Everything is good. We don't have lights here, and on the center pedestal there's not much that really is. You can set 1 to 3.8. I believe this is 80s, but I'm not sure. And we're gonna try 113.9. Right now we're gonna leave it like this. So not much to see here. It's just the land. I don't have ortho, so this is just default X Plane scenery. Originally, SimBrief gave me a route more inland, which I changed to a coastal route because I like sea, and I think it's more interesting when you see water and land. I believe there are no mountains here on this side. Or maybe tiny little hills, but let's see. Some tiny little hills. I'm gonna move the map. I can zoom in and out. So hills are here in Australia. here. And we're just gonna go and hug the coast, okay? And then most of the central is higher, but where we fly next to, let's say, Adelaide, we can probably use some land and water. And the bigger hills are on this side of Australia, right here and here. Cairns is just the place to, just amazing. On the other side, we're gonna go there for sure. Okay, home, PA. Let me see how far from 28,000. This is not 3 minutes into the flight. Remember, I forgot to put the clock in. So I'm gonna see now on Perth International Matter. Okay, the wind is turning to 180 at 7. It was 170 at 7. We'll see what happens. So we may have more crosswind. We may have to change the runway. Or oh my goodness. Why are we level at 3? Is this something like a restriction here? No. Just decided to level off. Okay. I can understand that. We're gonna run out of fuel in the center tank, and that's, we don't need that much, but I just want to have a little bit in the center tank. 30, and you know that airplane burns the most fuel at the takeoff, so we burn it all like 1500, I think, or more than that. Few minutes. Okay, so be prepared.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go. Good. Just before leveling off, we ran out of fuel in the center tank. But we still have fuel in the wings and it's full. Okay, good. Level off.
Hello again from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruise altitude and the seatbelt sign is now off. Feel free to move around the cabin, but we do ask if you are in your seat that you do keep your seatbelt loosely fastened in case we do experience any unexpected turbulence. Otherwise, invite you to sit back, relax and enjoy the flight.
How is overhead panel? Good, good, good. Lights are off. AP off. And we're not climbing, and the pressure is at 7.1234. Okay, so this is double. 7.8 PSI. The whole flight is 615 miles, so it's not going to be that long. Like we had longer flights. So probably something like Los Angeles to San Diego, sorry. Or maybe San Francisco, because Los Angeles is halfway between. I think, okay, I have an ETA 1 hour 21 minutes, but I don't know what is this based on. How we're doing. The wind is pushing us a little bit. No, not a little bit. It is. It is strong wind. It is at 63 knots and it's almost headwind. Slightly on that side, so that's why we're losing about 45 knots to our speed. Yeah, right now it's 45. And we have to steer a little bit more towards the 180 to stay on course. I'm just gonna go and zoom this thing out one more to 80 miles. That way I'll see the sand point and my ring faster. But now what we can do is check. We have 65 miles to the next point. Okay, we're gonna stay there. Good. So we're just gonna burn 3 tons of fuel, and so it's gonna be at 63 here, and this is gonna be our landing speed with flaps 30. Whoever landed flaps 40 we always, I'm talking like I know something, but flaps 40 is only for short runways and more extreme conditions. Let's say if you land in auto land category 3, we're gonna use flap 40 because nose is lower to the ground, sort of. So it is easier for system to flare, to land. Normally we land at flaps 30, that's enough for everything. And what else I want to... So we can put the sand winds. And we're gonna put a minimum. So level 200. Level 150. And 100. I could leave it off because the winds are really nothing. 184 at 7 knots. That's like, don't bother to enter. 150 is 111 at 3 knots. And then 100 will be 071 at 9 knots. The pressure in Perth is 16 minutes ago is 3027, so I'm just gonna put it slash 30.27. And that's probably what we're gonna have. And here both and zoom a little bit. More. 3027, I said yes. Yep. And wind. Oh, that's good, but wind is stronger now at 60, 12 knots. We'll see. So here we're gonna do minimum also, which is 270. Good. So everything is set for landing, except outer brakes at 2, so, and flaps and everything else. Okay, so, and I hope the ATIS is 123.8. We'll see. If we don't hear it, then we land what we have right now set. If the system tells me something else, then I change. Okay, current position. We are upcoming point Wara and 31 miles to Wara. Let's look at our coast view. Where they say the turbulence is gonna be on Eastern Australia, not Western Australia. It's not a turbulence, it's like riding away. There's absolutely no cloud. Okay, back inside. Wow, we have traffic for some unknown reason is below us, and we're not gonna see it because this is 20 miles, this is probably 30 miles. So on this display we're not gonna see because this one is only go to 10 miles. But I'm not gonna turn the radar on because there's no point. It's somewhere there. See blinking lights, but here on this game it's almost at beam. It's hard to see stuff like that. Gonna look at the recording because there was a few upgrades with the systems, and extras was also a new file, so we'll see if it's displaying. I heard that there was something like we're approaching 36, but then I did not look at it. I did not overwrite a file, I just rename and save somewhere else, so just in case it's not working, I can go back to the old file. For those who are bored, you can rewind to the end of the, like 40 minutes before we're landing, before end of the recording. There's going to be a landing. If you want to stick around, stick around. I will tell you something about top of the sand point. If you, let's say you're busy for some reason, okay, and you missed, the information is going to be orange light here and information on the bottom of the scratch pad is going to say that you need to change altitude, lower altitude, okay? But it's going to only accept this for some time, and after you overfly the point, you'll have a hard time to fit into the profile. Profile means to descend within a reasonable time and amount. So in order for you not to be too high, you can select the point on the route. Let's say I miss my point and I have to descend, and then I have like, you know, so many miles between them, so I choose something that is reasonably close, but you know, depends how many points you have. Like, it's very hard to explain because it's going to be case by case basis. anyway, you decide to hold on this point, okay? So you go here and you activate the hold point. If you want me to show, there is one that I was there's one recording that I was flying into the storm, so I hold for weather. I move my route a little bit north, and I was holding for like two circles. So you can watch that, or if I have opportunity to do it again, I'll do it. Let's look at the next page. So we're gonna descend after that point. I don't know how far, but let's say between this one and this one we descend. And here we have to be at 56. So let's say I missed that, okay? So I put the hold. We just copy this number to this number, okay? So let's say outcome is going to be here, okay? And then you have already pre-programmed the turn, okay? So it's going to be right turn, and inbound is 168, okay? If you want, you can change the course, and you can change the leg time and leg distance and all this stuff, but you have to know what you're doing, okay? And if you don't want to do it, you just click erase, okay? And then next again. Okay, that's how you enter the point. And you set your descent rate at, let's say, 1500. And when you reach and your altitude, you will set at 56, okay? So when you reach the altitude and you level off and you're on the way pointing on your route, then you either go to the next point. In legs, next point is going to be you bring next point up and execute. Or you just exit the hold, which there is a button there, but you have to kind of follow up that to find out that the system is cancelled, okay? Make sure you have plenty of fuel for that, because you're gonna be flying in a circle. You're gonna be losing fuel, but not moving much, okay? So it's gonna be one place. Good. So that's the lesson. The worst thing is if you start panicking, because if you panic, nothing is going to happen, nothing good is going to happen, okay? Your landing is going to be crappy, even if you manage to descend and end up in the proper speed and everything. But this is the safest way. Just enter a hold, lose as much as altitude as you need, and then move on, okay? There's interesting feature here. It's like a big bay. But this is an island. There is a break around. No, there is a next one there we don't see. So this is not an island. This is peninsula. This is the whole thing. But there is another set of islands and another peninsula, and the break is somewhere where this narrow part is. way. So there is an island and there is a land. So this hold is a peninsula. It's not an island. Let's look at our map. If we can see. Okay, you see, this is what I was talking about. This is the peninsula. This is the peninsula, but there is a break here, and that's an island, and that's two islands here. Okay, it's probably a nice place to live. Because on this side, I don't think much of the storms are happening. I think it's drier. This. Yep. I'm not gonna use the map because what we have 115 to Urag, and here we should be on progress. Okay, the top of the sand is 300 miles, or 292 to be exact. We're gonna reach it at 0313, and now it's 0231, so 45 minutes. Roughly. Just gonna look at this. New version of Zebo. There's new version of Zebo for you to download, but I downloaded, but I didn't install it yet, and the previous version did not work for me because on the map I had nothing, no points, no line, zero. So when you step, it was moving the map, so I don't know if just magenta line was gone and the points on the map. Anyway, I just decided not to fly that version. So I'm gonna be erasing it, and but I have to organize the drive not to erase the other side, other parts. Because I already have, I don't know, 3 or 4 Zebo planes from 330. Now this is 33. This is version 3.33H. And I don't think there's any more after that number. But so far this one works for me, so I'm flying that. And sometimes you update and you have the crappiest update ever. And if you don't have anything to fall back to, you cannot fly. So that's another advice, to keep old version on your drive, don't erase. Just when you when you download the full version, the new version, keep it as a separate plane. Okay, we have a VOR, Golf Echo Lima, at 150 miles, and it just came out. Oh, I just saw it. If it's the strong VOR, you should come up at 65 or 60. This is flat land, so there's nothing to obstruct. Wind is lighter at 39. The forecast was that up north was stronger wind, here is going to be weaker wind. So the only thing is that down on the ground, the weather is kind of start to work against us to land on 03. 06 was originally assigned to me, but that's another RNAV, and I really want to do ILS. And just me, okay? So I know that if it's a 9 knots or 11 knots, that's tolerable crosswind, but we will see how far this will go. But so for a best wind right now is runway 06, but that's also short runway. 03 is a long, nice runway, and I think it's like 11,000 feet versus 7, so we'll see what my decision, what will be the consequences. I'm sorry while I'm yawning, I don't know why. It is 7:37, lucky boy time in my place. Here is it's 10:37 local time and 2:37 Zulu. The weather is going to change on the top of the hour, so I'm not worried about anything right now. Is our status 62 miles till Euroad. Euroad. What is the... okay, I have it. And then the next VOR is... 13.7. Okay. So this is how we're gonna play. We have Golf Echo Lima at 120 in front of us, and that's yeah, when you add Saranian 40, that's what it is. 50, sorry. This is almost 50. The plane is still there. That's strange. Maybe this is Passenger Escobar following us in a different plane. smooth flight. No, that wavy kind of action is long gone. To me, this looked like a desert. When I was flying, no, it was more yellow. I think it just depends on the texture, but when you fly in the Middle East, you have the same kind of featureless pictures. Unless you have, I strongly recommend if you have a big hard drive, because my hard drive is already 3/4 full, and I only have this game on it, okay, and little other things related too. So if you have a, let's say, secondary drive that you can add to your computer, but you need at least 10 terabytes or more, I don't know, buy the biggest one that you can. And then if you have time, go to Bing and then download the tiles, have them process, and you will have autos, you will have, see, this is how it is when you leave. This plane is so weird. Just gonna put it's like completely asymmetric right now. I don't know what is going on. Because you see what happened, there was like thrust was uneven, and if I click this on uneven thrust, it's gonna bounce back, right? So now what it's gonna do is gonna decrease until we're just gonna go faster. .81 is probably the fastest speed that I will ever fly this plane. But let's say I'm just gonna go faster right now. If you want to override VNAV, you click here like I did, okay, and then you have Windows in Mark. If you want to change to this number, then you have to click here. but right now we're gonna keep 0.81. So you see, it's like you cannot really leave this thing unattended, or not unattended. Like go outside, go to the cabin, look around, because you hear like a little click, and that thing is discontinued. I just don't know why it's not working properly. So maybe when I download the new version, it's gonna be more stable. So we're flying along the coast, we always see the Indian Ocean, even from that height. And now we're gonna go to the coast town, which is Geraldton. There is an airport here, which is Yankee Golf Echo Lima, but I believe it's like more like a small airport. Because the runway was like 6,000 feet, and I think 6.9. You could land this plane on that runway, anything from 5,000 up, but you have to be good, you have to nail it, and yeah. And that will be flap 40, not 30, and auto brake marks. The top of the hour, which is 8 minutes from now, I'm gonna check the weather and see if anything changed. 14 miles. You can see the VOR here already. But because we're flying almost south, the lines are together with our those the radios that I said, you know. Remember, have to kind of turn them around to see, but they're there. Okay. Now we can see it here. See, when you reach roughly like 5 miles from the VOR, that's how we're flying on. That's roughly that number. It will swing to the other side. See, 5-7, and it's gonna stay and now increase. So that's how, because it's actually measuring the distance from the antenna to us. Okay, so we're flying on the cruising altitude, and that's how it is. Okay, so number one, we're gonna go to 13.7, which is Perth actually. There's no other VORs on the way. So now screen is clean. Change the course and 170. Yeah, this should be here. Because, well, heading select does not have a protection of bank angle, so it will turn into 25 or 20 or 15. So in order to have shallow bank angle, you need to move that knob if you press heading, just in case. This has to do something with speed going over certain parts of the aircraft, which cannot, especially when we're going that high, okay? And if parts of the wing is gonna go over speed of sound, it's gonna produce the shock wave and it's gonna possibly stall. So yeah, we don't want to do that. So 446 is actually the speed 445 that we'll be having without any wind if we're going Mach 7.7. No, 0.77. That's what it is. So if here we have 7.77, but and no wind. This is where we're going to be going. The ground speed will be the same as true speed, but because we increased true speed because of the wind, we're going a little bit faster, but it's not going to save anything except it's going to burn a lot more fuel. Okay, I heard a click, but this wasn't this click. Okay, my ring is starting to show. But we're gonna turn right. So we're not gonna use a VNAV to descend. Just gonna use our vertical speed. I'm gonna set the altitude at 3000. That's the final approach point, approach fix. Okay, yes, I'm doing this always earlier, but let's see. I don't want to experiment this right now because I need to eat something. Yes, what is going on? I think the weather reload and it was at different pressure settings. I supposed to check the weather now. In our destination. 3027. Nothing changed, and wind is 60 at 15. Shit. Oh my god. 15, it becomes not funny. Okay, it becomes not funny. Here. Departure. And the next page. RNAV 06. Execute. So from Otcon we have to go to Lenny. And then just gonna leave the rings the way that they are. I'm gonna leave it 3000. Like so. Okay, we're gonna go to here. Move to map. Why this is 40 miles and this is already here? Okay, because I'm zooming in. Bevel, Atkin, Diesel, okay, good. Okay, good. So it's gonna be shorter route, but so let's descend now at 1,000 feet. Okay.
Hello again from the flight deck. We are just commencing our descent. Looks like we'll be landing ahead of schedule and the weather conditions are looking good at our destination. We'll be touching down in less than 30 minutes, so do make your way back to your seats. Thanks for choosing to fly with us today, and it's been a pleasure having you on board.
When I reach the ring, is okay. This is 20 miles still away, so if I reach this, I'm gonna increase
Ladies and
it.
gentlemen, the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign as we are now at descent. We would ask you to return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelts are securely fastened, your tray tables are in the upright and locked position, your arm lights down and window blinds fully open. Any bags you may have removed during this flight need now be bestowed for landing, ensuring the main emergency exits and cabin aisle are kept completely clear of all.
Don't worry about the profile, it's gonna say that we are too low, and I don't care. Because I'm gonna go descend 1,000 feet per minute until that ring, and then I will descend more. How far to Bogle? 17. And then we have 100 miles, and then, well, we may as well leave it at 1,000 feet, you know. Outcome should be 6. What kind of radial is that 06? 200, 210, or 250. still high, 30,000 is still high, so. Amazing view. Okay, but remember, cannot leave for too long, because surprises are happening. So we don't want to have surprises. I had information that 80 is 123.8. So we'll see if we're gonna hear anything. It's still 100 plus miles. Well, it's according to that, it's 194, 95. But we're not flying directly, we're flying on an angle. So we'll have to turn at the point called Otcon, and then go to Lenny and okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna go 1, parasitic drive slows us down. I cannot do a drastic speed number because then it will. Because we still. Oh no, we're not in the VNAV, so yes, I can do it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it to 90. But in VNAV, it's gonna raise the nose if you decrease your speed, because it's gonna match the speed, you know. Aircraft behind is above us right now. That's good. too high. What's the distance? 60. It's gonna be 6 RNF in a row. At least that we have a nose wind right from, so it's not gonna be crosswind. That's why I changed. But maybe we'll do number 3. The runway has 7,000 feet. I think flaps 30 is still fine.
Perth Information Alpha. 200 Zulu weather. Wind 060 at 15, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 17, dew point 3. Altimeter 3027. Arriving runway 06, departing runway 06. Advise on initial contact, you have Alpha.
Okay, I have Alpha, and for the first time everything is right at the smack exact point. Wind 60 at 15.
Perth Information Alpha.
3027.
200 Zulu weather. Wind 060 at 15, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 17, dew point 3. Altimeter 3027. Arriving runway 06, departing runway 06. Advise on initial contact, you have Alpha.
Thanks for Alpha. And I was kind of hoping that I'm going to receive an update. But it's 36. 10,000 at this point. Don't want to speed it up. Put speed brakes on to descend a little steeper. Okay, we're gonna put some lights on. We're gonna fasten seatbelts. Engines to continuous.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign. We'd like to ask you to return to your seats and ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened. There should be no further walking or standing in the cabin aisle, and the use of the storages are locked and metered. Thank you.
Maybe we're 10 minutes from the
Cabin crew seats for landing, please.
This is a bit premature because it's still 10,000 feet, but
Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to land in approximately 10 minutes, please ensure once again that all seatbelts are fastened. Laptop computers and larger portable electronic devices must now be switched off and stored under the seat in front of you or in the overhead lockers provided. Thank you.
view. 1700. This will be better view. Okay, we have to move to standard. Stupid thing. Good. That's the next point, kind of. So we're gonna go up. This is the next point. So.
Altimeter setting.
Okay, we are okay. I'm gonna go to 100. 50. We can put flaps on. This will slow us down really quickly. The next heading is 98.
$2,500.
Okay.
$1,000 to go.
Okay. Of course, I've never been here, so I don't know how the terrain looks like. Let's go 175 and flaps 5.
$1,000 to go.
flaps 15 and 3 greens.
1,000 to go.
Where's the runway?
1,000.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr.
0.
Perch, altitude set. To go.
Approaching 06.
Okay, my plane.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30, 20, 10.
5,000 feet remaining. 4,000 remaining. 3,000 remaining. 2,000 remaining.
80 knots.
Thank you for flying Ryanair. Last year, over 90% of our flights arrived on time. We hope you enjoyed yours, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon. Ryanair. Low fares, made simple.
Again, I was scared that I'm not gonna see the airport properly, so I descend too fast.
Come to complete stop, and the captain has switched off the fasten seatbelt sign. Please refrain from smoking until you have reached the designated smoking area, which is well outside the terminal building. On behalf of your crew,
See, when I know terrain and everything, and I know where exactly am I, then it's easier. But when okay, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna go clean up everything. Okay, well, alt off. We're gonna put lights to steady, engines to auto, lights off, lights on. Excellent. And yeah, we could do the Peter heat off. Who cares? And APU on. I have a little map. Okay. I'm just gonna use my map because that will show me where the plane is. Okay. And we are on taxiway Whiskey, and we have to cross, and the terminal is here. So those are, I think there's 3 stands, and those are the one with the bridge. Okay, so minimize that, and this is proper setting. Okay, release the brake, and we're gonna move on. After crossing 2-1, we're gonna go first left. Or well, we could turn here. Cross 2-1 in the middle. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see a less complicated way. Taxiway Charlie. November. Good, November. Although what I'm seeing the terminal in front of me. Now I don't see terminal in front of me, so what is going on? Is this a terminal here? No, we're going totally in the wrong direction. I'm just gonna stop here. And look at the diagram. Doesn't say anything, but there are 2 terminals on either side of the airfield, so that's nice. Let's go there. Okay. Not on a runway yet, come on.
Approaching 2-1.
So knowing the size of the planes, that could be international, where we we arrived. But we're kind of international. So I'm gonna stop here. Because I don't see if this bridge is single bridge or double bridge. So I'm gonna use this camera to go out and fly in closer. What just happened? To this point. Yeah, we're gonna go to gate 20. Okay, go to gate 20. Okay. This plane is weird. Why we have the reverse on? That strange noise was the reverse when on. Good that it didn't move the plane. Parking brake on. Up and APU available. Say 2 blue, 1 red, engine's dead. gonna see Air Canada. Air Canada static plane. Which this is actually my favorite livery. They had this kind of like green turquoise with a double leaf, and now, okay, I'm not gonna be scared to say that it's ugly. It looks like a raccoon bandit with a mask on. Anyway, Ryanair in Perth, Australia, Western Australia. There we go. But also we have SAS here. We are flying Alps, like the usual crowd. But I don't see any Aussie planes. Where are the Qantas? Before I had a Qantas plane always following me. And before we do this, we're gonna fly to another terminal. And go like this. What is it? This also look double. This doesn't say any, but it's more look domestic to me. But that's not domestic plane. Although in Australia it could be 777. Why don't we have British Airways here? So British Airways is gonna be international. So we end up in the right spot. Thank you very much. Okay, flight, toggle replay mode. We go outside and up and move this a little bit back. Good. So toggle right. I always promise myself I'm going to use the puppy lights properly, and right now it's all red, no, white 1, white 3 red, and then it's going to turn all red. Now it's all red. Why was such a crooked angle? I have no idea. People living here is not going to be too happy. Something wasn't working because it was not losing its speed in a proper way, so either auto brake is not gonna work, I don't know. Something was not working, or reverses were not working. I know that they were engaged, but they were, who knows, there's something weird going on here. Because it was slowing down very, very slow. On the auto brake 3, we should not go that fast, in my opinion. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that will be all for today. Remember, we were looking for proper way to find a terminal, which taxi to taxi. Oh, there's like a plane in a bush. So, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I hope you like it. Write your comments and everything else. If you flying, I wish you always have a blue side up. If you're just watching, enjoy and see you next time, okay? Take care, all of you. Bye-bye.